Live a little? No.
Heute.
Heute? Heute leider nicht. Du ja.
Hi Basti.
Hello.
Wer bist du? Who are you?
Who I am. Hi. Yeah, I'm Basti. 32 years old.
Young.
Yeah. Young. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to get older because I always say the more you age, the hotter you are.
You're a good wine.
What? Sorry?
You're a good wine.
True. Yeah, so 32 years young old. Not aging twink. It's me. No, yeah. So what I do, I have a full-time job as a stylist growth manager for a big online retailer, which has the headquarters here in Berlin. I'm not going to name them. Yes, and yeah, I'm a club promoter, like a promoter for a party, one of Berlin's techno clubs, and I'm also next to that a club worker and also a techno club.
That's pretty intense. Like it's a long week for you, especially with the going out on the weekends, having a social life next to that.
Yeah, that can be pretty intense, actually. Yes, but if you find a balance, then it's manageable.
Mhm.
So we all know those hangovers, right? But
No.
no, really, how are you doing that? So how do you avoid hangovers?
Cold water, my friends.
That's true, and everyone is swearing on Elotrans.
I've
know
never.
Elotrans?
No, I heard about that. I'm sure you told me about it, but yeah, for the moment I kept it on cold water.
It's like for real. It's
Yeah.
the shit. It was saving me at ADE last year in 2020. 2020? Yes, sorry.
Last year, 2020.
No, it's 2022. Oh my God. See? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes,
Still
of course.
hangovered. Where's the
maybe.
Elotrans?
I had no Elotrans this morning. No, but yeah, it was saving me in 2022. Yes.
Yeah,
At 80. Yeah, because what I always do is like when I'm coming home from a party, I'm drinking a cup, like a glass of water with Elotrans in it.
Before going to bed.
Before going to bed
Okay.
and when you wake up.
So both, double dose. Okay.
Yeah, so your like natrium and whatever is like there's everything in there. But it's healthy and it's vegan. For real, there's like
You have the label on it. You have the label. Okay.
yeah, there's like a vegan label on it. Yeah.
Okay. Could I contact them? Maybe doing a sponsor us.
No, it was sold out in every pharmacy. Really.
Jeez.
Like for real, because I think it was one of the TikTok trends that the young ravers were sharing on TikTok, how to avoid the
hangover.
party hangovers. Yeah, and they shared this kind of secret. No, it's not a secret anymore. Lol. And everyone was running to the pharmacies to get
Interesting.
Elotrans.
Yeah, I mean, finally something useful with all these TikTok things. Like, it's been very criticized, like online especially. It's also a big team, like we're going to talk about like in the different podcasts here. I'm happy that it's really the first time we hear something positive about all that.
Honestly, I don't have TikTok. I don't want to have it. Like for real, like there's so much like social media that we're consuming. The only one I consume is Instagram, but this is also turning to an
They're crossing. It's the same
merging
videos
together somehow, right? So with all the reels, and people are posting something on TikTok, then they save it and upload it as a reel on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I mostly use Instagram for music and memes.
That's a big team.
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah.
How do you use it for music? Like, what's the purpose behind it? Like, you follow DJs, you connect with people.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm connected with people. I follow a lot of DJs. I follow up on releases because like every producer or the main producers I'm following when they release something new or artists are releasing on different labels that I'm following. I see this first on Instagram, and so I don't use Facebook for that. I just use Facebook for events.
Is it still working? Like this, how do you see it? Like, are you still active on it? Properly active?
Me, like properly active on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't post anything except my own party this year. That's it.
And like it's working for the people. Like, my question was not very clear.
Yeah.
Is it still working for events? Like people are following events because like this, a few years ago it was a huge thing. Let it be like 5 or 7 years ago. Since Corona, we just like completely forgot about that. Like even like just as you said before, Reels and TikTok took over the whole place. TikTok, Facebook got lost also with the whole advertisement thing. How is it for the events?
Should I be honest?
Please.
I don't know.
You have no idea?
No.
So you do it, but you don't know why.
No, but I just follow up on those events, right? Me personally, I share the event on Facebook because it's also reaching an audience.
Yeah.
And whoever is clicking, attending, the friends of the friends are still seeing this on their timeline. There was this. When was it? It was right before New Year's. There was this meme going on. With this woman, I think she was in a talent audition show, and I think she was singing, and she's looking at the camera like, and then she's doing like,
I saw that one as well.
Love it. I was crying. Yeah, that was.
So that was you right now.
Yeah.
So Basti's a meme.
Yeah, I'm a meme queen.
You're the meme.
That's
a statement. Solid one.
No, I'm not really a meme queen. No,
Just a queen. You have the statement of a queen. You are one. And look at her.
The crown. Oh yeah. No. So I'm not a meme queen, but actually, memes are brightening up my day, I would say. Like we have this group on Instagram. We have this group of some friends, this private chat thing. Oh Lord have mercy, we're sending so many memes every day. It's like literally 20, 30 memes each day that we're sending to each other. Yeah, because it really brightens up my day.
Is it a part of you as a person?
Memes?
Yes. Do you define as a me?
I think there are literally a lot of pictures, I would say, that you can use in creating memes of me. I usually don't like pictures of myself, but I mean, before we started to talk here right now, someone who's in the room took a photo of me sitting here, and we decided we can make a sticker or a meme out of it.
Let's make a meme out of you. So, and tell us, next to that whole meme thing, you started to DJ, you're a promoter for this in Berlin.
Yes, exactly.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, so the first topic that you mentioned, started to DJ. Yeah, that's kind of funny. It was 4 years ago, also in January. My friends gifted me a controller, the DJing 400 from Pioneer, because I was always interested in music. Like when I was, I think my first parties I went to, I was 12 or 13. It was in my tiny village where I'm from. That was actually like my first party was in the club where my parents met for the first time.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's a nice story, right? So, but I was 12 and of course not allowed. And I remember it was one of those nights where back in the days we had this 10 euro and you could drink as much as you want.
With
right?
12. With 12.
Yes. And I was drinking whiskey Coke. And for me, it tastes like cardboard. Really. I was like having the first sip of whiskey Coke, yeah. Whiskey Cola, yeah. And it tasted like cardboard. And I actually didn't like it. But so the years passed by, and then I was 14, 15. I was kind of in this emo scene back then, right? Yeah, and there we came to electronic music. So we all had the MySpace profiles, and you could have your own. Yeah, your everyone had a track on their MySpace profile, and that's how I came to electronic music. For example, when I remember I had like, I think it was Crystal Castles, which I really liked, and there was like Enter Shikari, one of those hardcore bands with these electronic sounds in between, which I also really liked. Yeah, and then from that kind of music, I came to all the banger stuff, like Mr. Oizo and so on. And there was a party in Dortmund, which I attended a couple of times. It was called the New French Touch. That was just the like that sound, like this.
The French electro music.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's how I came to all those electronic kind of things. And yeah, back to the topic that we started, or we wanted to talk about. Yeah, the DJing. So yeah, my friends gifted me this controller 4 years ago, and I just started to play around. Right, so I had no clue what to do. I didn't know how to mix. I didn't know do whatsoever. Right, I was watching some YouTube tutorials in beat matching, which was very, very helpful for me. And I just did what I thought is right, and there is no right or wrong. Yeah, for real, there is no right or wrong. Just do however you feel, and yeah, I did it for since 4 years, just just for myself. So, but now, like some weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I decided to record my first set ever. So I was never confident enough to share something with the public, but I did. And yeah, I also never had a name for my, I would say like a DJ name. And I was thinking and thinking for years. And at one point I was like, I'm going to call myself B-Verse, like B, like Basti, my name, and verse like, no. Well, yeah.
If you know,
no,
you
like
know.
the versatile style of music that I like, right? So it's not just techno music, because the set that I recorded is techno. But I also love house music so much. It's absolutely like, yeah, there's no either that or that. It's both.
Great.
So yeah, and I also love to play house music. I'm gonna have a gig at about.blank on the 5th of February. I'm going to play a closing with a friend, Marcel, and it's going to be a house set.
That sounds lovely.
Yes. What was the second question, actually?
Dessert.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ha. And the party I'm playing is Dessert. So it's a party of a friend of mine, Tom Peters. He's in the music scene for very long. He's producing tracks. He started Dessert 11 years ago. So a long time ago, and I joined him as a promoter for the party, and I'm taking care of the artists. We do the artist dinner always before the party, and this is actually why the party is called Dessert, because you have like the artist dinner, which is the main course,
Of course.
and after that you have the party, which is the dessert.
Lovely.
Exactly.
Cool. Right.
So I joined him, I think it's now, is it 5 years ago? I don't know, actually. I need to ask Tom. But I always helped him. And at one point he said, hey, you know what? Just join. And I did. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah, cool. How often is that party?
So last year we had a lot of dates. I think for now we have 4 dates this year, but maybe there are more coming. Like last year, for example, we had like close to every month sometimes, like there was just a small gap in between.
Okay.
So the next one is on the 4th of February, where I'm going to play the closing.
All right.
Yes.
And it's only at about blank, or do you guys change the location as well?
No, it's always at
Yeah?
about blank.
Okay.
Since
And it
the
stays in-
beginning.
Okay, and it
Mm.
stays in Berlin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No showcases in Europe.
There's nothing planned yet, but let's see what the future brings.
I mean, you guys have been going on for years, like more than a decade. It's already a solid performance.
Yeah, but there are so many parties actually who are in the city for a long time. Like look at Conceptual, for example, right? Conceptual, I think they had the 12 years anniversary. I think 12, 13. Huh?
Because a good party. There is also a Horse Mid Disco that's been
True,
like turned
14,
14,
14,
15? I don't
15
remember.
years. Yeah, horse meat. Love it.
That's a very good party as well.
Yeah, I really like it. And I like the location at Prince Charles since they changed it and removed the bar from the pool thing and then you can dance in the pool. I really, really like that.
It's just horrible to get in that pool and to dance there.
That's true. It's always so packed, right? It's really always so packed. Like everyone wants to be in the pool, but I enjoy like standing like above and see
On
like
top,
the crowd. Yes, yeah, like that, like on the side.
Sure.
Yeah, and see the people dancing.
Crowd diving.
Crowd surfing, right? Stage diving, crowd surfing.
Same shit.
True that. This literally something that that's something I want to do in my life. Like crowd surfing. Maybe I should do it this year at Nation. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, okay. I don't think it's enough people to like do crowds.
That's the thing. Imagine, like, yeah, we've seen enough videos about that, like people getting around and you're just like snapping on the floor.
Oh, yeah, but I think it's not that common at techno festivals, right? Except for Tomorrowland, where Steve Aoki is jumping in the crowd. But I mean,
before, after the cake, I don't remember.
Oh,
I haven't been following
Lord.
this music genre since years. I haven't been following this music genre since years.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, we go. we it's okay.
No, but I also. This is something that I wrote some days ago, or last week or 2 weeks ago. That Skrillex got sued because he was jumping in the crowd, like it was in 2011 or something, and he jumped on a woman, which then had a stroke. I think it was a stroke 2 weeks after that incident happened, and she was suing him, and I think.
She had a stroke because he jumped on her.
Yes, was it a stroke? Yes, like something has happened, but I think it was a stroke. I need to Google it again. Yeah,
I mean, it was
but
not Shaquille O'Neal, but
I know.
Yeah, that's the thing, like Skrillex is not. Anyway.
Yeah, but he also did this crowd surfing thing.
Okay. So you want to do that?
But he also plays at Tomorrowland, no?
Yes, of course.
Well.
So that's your idol. This is how you want to act like him.
No, but I think it's very interesting when everyone is touching you at some point. It's like I think it's funny.
Is it really that stage diving thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, like no one should grab you where you don't want to be grabbed, right? I think that's a rule.
Consent thing.
Yeah,
of course,
100%. No, but in general, I would try it. I'm crazy enough to try crowd surfing.
So, hope it's gonna work out. Hope it's gonna work out.
Yeah, let's see. Fingers crossed.
Awesome.
Nice.
How long have you been living in Berlin?
Oh yeah, I moved here in 2012 actually, so it's 11 years now. So I moved to Berlin in 2012 for my job. So I was working as a visual merchandiser back then, and also my ex-boyfriend lived in Berlin, and that made the decision easier to say like, okay, I'm going to move with a company, and also for my ex-partner. And since then, I never had one thought to leave Berlin, for real. Like, I lost my heart here, that's where my social contacts are, my friends are, my friends are my family, like they're as close to me as my family. Yeah, absolutely.
That's something I love to hear.
No, so No, I could really not imagine another city to live.
Sorry, please.
No, no, no.
You've been traveling a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. Yeah, but I saw some really nice places. I always say I also lost my heart in Los Angeles because what I like there is yeah, because you have the big city, you know, and then you have the mountains where you can go hiking, and then you have the ocean where you can like just chill in the sand. And I like the vibe of the city. It's very hectic, but Berlin can be hectic as well, right?
It is. It is.
But the weather in Los Angeles and the blue of the sky, amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a contrast to the gray weather we have like 6 months a year in Berlin.
Oh yeah, right now it's horrible. I need to live, or yeah.
Could you do like 6 months in LA and then come back for Berlin?
I could not afford it. Like it's really expensive.
Double life.
How How can
No, I'm not sure we can
yeah.
talk. Anyway.
No, but no, it's a nice city to visit, but I think to live there is yeah, I think it's no, I could not imagine. No.
Okay.
I prefer to stay here.
Yeah. Where else have you been? Where else have you been?
Oof, like far away destinations.
No, not necessarily. Like, what trip did you love or like in the past years or past months?
Yeah, like one of my favorite trips was last year. I was at ADE for the first time, Amsterdam Dance Event, and that was so hilarious. I really all the memories that I have are good memories.
Oh,
really, like the parties were amazing. The people were super nice. The music was chef's kiss, super great. Yeah, so also Amsterdam, love it. One of my favorite cities in Europe. Yeah, so that was for sure one of my top trips in the past. Yeah, and then there's another one coming this year. I'm gonna visit New York for the first time, and I'm super excited because I've never been in New York, and everyone is telling me about it. I'm also gonna visit some clubs there, hopefully, but I think so because there are some already on my bucket list, which I want to see. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. Do you have any plans to travel?
I do. Also for the project, as we were saying in another podcast, we're gonna go to Cologne. That's gonna be a big thing. And next to that, very probably Rome. Haven't been there yet, so Rome is gonna be dope. Gonna go there with my girlfriend, and Sicily for a wedding if everything goes well.
Yeah,
These
true.
years.
You told me about that. Yeah, we talked about this.
The invitation is coming, so
nice. Yeah.
we're gonna wait for that. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be cool.
So it's 2 times Italy is planned.
Yes,
so
that's for the moment. We will see like the rest of the year. Maybe Greece or Montenegro as well for the summer. Like, it's a pretty cool place to be and to chill when the weather is good. And Switzerland for the rest for work, and let's see for the rest. Yeah. Is there any other apps you're in?
Yes. What kind of apps do I use? Grinder. Yeah. I use Grinder as as a dating app, but not for dating. Mostly for
Hello, listen to my new set.
I don't know. What? Yeah, let's face it, sex.
Yeah, well, that's what it's for, right?
Yes, but there are still couples around in the world who found each other on Grindr. I haven't found a partner yet. Single since 10 years, so whoever is seeing this and is interested in dating me,
the link is gonna be in the description.
let me know. Yeah. No, for sure. No. Yeah, it would be nice to have a partner, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I.
Does Basti has time for a partner? What does Basti's life look like?
This is a very good question because I also asked this question myself. do I have enough time to give the quality I want to give to a partner, which is like time consuming, like I don't want to have like for example, I had a long distance relationship, which I wouldn't do anymore. So I want to have my partner around me. I want to wake up with my partner in the morning. I want to go to bed with my partner in the evening, or the other way around, right? But I also want to spend quality time with my partner. Can I give this right now? Not really, because I have my full-time job, which is from Monday to Friday, typical 9 to 5 office job, but mostly working from home since 2020. And then also working in the club on the weekends, where I also have like night shifts, right? So, for example, like on a Friday, I sometimes I work in the morning until the afternoon. Then I start very early in my office job to also have some time in between, to have a break, to sleep, to get some proper sleep before then starting with my nightlife job. Because
it's a lot, of course.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's it's a fun job. Like I already said, like it's one of the best jobs I've ever had, ever. Next to school, for example, like when I was in school, I was always working since I'm 12. Honestly, like 12 or 11, I started with newspapers and so on, and I never had a job like the nightlife job, which makes me so happy. Really, really happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's something we like to hear.
Yeah.
Great.
No, but also like coming back to the topic, like having time for a partner. I think it's manageable. But then I need to set other priorities. So I need to rearrange some priorities, I guess.
Or to share a lot of the things you're already doing with your partner. This could be another option. To live the same lifestyle. Not necessarily to work together, but like to share this kind of going out all the time together, or to be in the same company, or.
Yeah. So yeah, but this is not quality. Is that quality time for a couple? I would say like it's more fun time when you go out with your partner. It's just like you're dancing.
Okay, I get your point.
But I mean, like having. This is very cheesy what I say now, but like having a Sunday afternoon, having breakfast and then watching Lindsay Lohan movies together. I wish. Yeah, that's what I would wish for. But do I have time for that?
No, because
Not
we're at
right
the club
now.
on Sunday. You know that.
No, yeah. Yeah, so let's see. But as I said, if you want to date me, drop me a message. Slide in my DMs. Slide in me and my DMs.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, but dating apps in general, I don't use them anymore. Like I don't use the typical Tinder stuff or whatever.
Because it's quite a jungle with all these dating apps.
And
there's so many.
Quite the same people that you see. Like
one person on 5 apps, and you see the same profiles. Okay.
Some are biased then, right? So some people are judging, like in the. Sometimes they judge the people when they see them on different apps, but they don't question themselves because they're also on those apps, right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't get it. Yeah,
it's interesting. It's like, how do you say it in vielfältig in German?
Vielfältig. Yeah.
What's the right word?
Yeah.
Diverse? No, not really. It's
absolutely not diverse because they're everywhere.
No, wirklich. You're in different. It's like when you have different skills.
Okay, you have that skill on Tinder, you have that skill on Grindr, and then you have the other apps where you present.
It's not the same. It's like, okay, now you go and run under the rain. On the other day, you go and you run a marathon. It's like bright weather.
Yeah.
No.
No, but yeah. No, I'm not into really dating. Like I don't have time for that.
No dating marathon.
No,
No
the last
sun.
time I dated someone, Also, funny story was in 2019, and it was super nice date. He was late because I'm like the typical German on time mostly, I would say. But when I have a first date, you want to make a good impression, and you will be on the date at the exact time, or even 5 minutes before. I'm one of the 5 minutes before people. And so he showed up late, and then we had a dinner in the afternoon together, and he brought his dog, a Chihuahua, and we were in this restaurant and had like conversations back and forth, and we were talking about vacations, and then he was asking me what kind of vacation I'm going to do in this year in 2019. I said I'm going to travel there and there with some friends, and what his plans are. And he said that he was from or is from New York City, but lives here in Berlin. He said like he's gonna fly over to New York to visit his friends because two of them are getting married. And then I just asked him like, do you also want to get married? And he thought that this question is so inappropriate to ask on a first date that he made me so uncomfortable, like literally so uncomfortable that since then, I've never dated anyone else. Because really, it was
really?
like, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know if I got traumatized by that. I don't know. But it was, that was weird. The vibe was killed immediately because I was like, okay, did I do something wrong? Yeah, I was questioning myself. Like, is it wrong to ask someone, do you want to get married?
Oh,
Maybe I was like overstepping any boundaries that I was not aware of. But yeah, there was.
I understand both point of views. I do personally think that it's not too much because like you're kind of straightforward. You're just asking for a normal question, but it can be a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, but it was a topic, right? He brought this topic up, so he said he's gonna go to weddings of his friends. So I just asked
Rebounded
randomly
on
'cause it
that, of
was,
course.
to get the conversation in the flow, but.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
No, it did not work out in the end, and we never met after that. It was super weird. Then we left, and then we were waiting for the U-Bahn together. It was like kind of awkward silence.
So
Everyone who knows me knows that I'm talking a lot. Oh yes, but he made me completely silent. Silent. Sorry, silent. Yes.
Silent.
Weird. Yeah, so.
And what was your best date? So bad?
No, I'm actually not dating much. Like, my last partner is 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, that I had. We were in a relationship for, I think it was 3.5 years. I think so. Yeah, he was the reason I moved to Berlin. And after that, I was not really emotionally dating someone. Just I mostly dated people for the pleasure. Sports? I don't do sports. No, but I mean, I just had sex dates. Let's face it again. Let's speak about it again. And those dates are amazing. Yeah, because I don't have any expectations. So it's like coming, leaving. That's nice.
Good combination, fair.
Right?
How is it to date in a club scene?
You mean like meeting someone in the club? Or getting
I
in
don't know.
touch with people in the club?
I have no idea how it is.
I think it's not that easy, actually. I have the feeling that it's not that easy to, like, connect with others in a club sometimes. Because what I kind of observed is that everyone is in their own, or they are in their own, like, group of friends, you know, and you know each other from, like, when you go to the same club every time, you know each other by seeing and then saying hi, but you never build a real, like, relationship between the people. That's something I observed for myself. I don't know. Yeah, but I never dated anyone that I met in a club. No.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Like since so many people are spending like so much time together in dance floor, like many of the clubs are very like sex positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see someone longer than one night
Mm.
can be very tricky, or like you gotta be lucky somehow, like because there is so many people also like meet on the dance floor and you just get together.
I met someone at one of our events that we have there, which I had a nice connection with, and yeah, we were like making out at the party, but it was after work, right? So it was not during my work time. True. So this is really someone I connected with, but we now separated paths.
Why, if I may ask?
Yeah.
He asked for guest list.
Yeah. No, he never did.
Don't ask for guest list. Just
don't ask on a Friday evening for a Saturday night, because mostly the guests are already gone.
Or
when
even on the
lineup
whole
comes
week
up.
before. Just no.
Huh?
Just even on the whole week before. It's
Yeah, you know how it is. Like when you work in nightlife and when you work in clubs, like everyone is asking you every time for guest list, and they always want to make a joke out of it. And then they ask you like, "Do you have a guest list?"
by the way,
yeah,
on
by
that
the way,
night,
do you have
it's
a
in
guest
3
list?
weeks. Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a joke asking you, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing, actually. Like, people do not necessarily realize how problematic it's like their behavior can be. Like, even if they're like, it's just about the way you ask, because I don't think like to ask properly is not as a problem. But like when you don't have a close relationship to that person, it can be kind of rude because like it's no critic about that, but more a reflection because I see it like from other people in my entourage that are working in the scene, and it's more like there's so many people asking. So you see the whole panel of how you ask or how you can ask, how it's possible, how you get in kind of, and why also like the relationship people have. I have friends or like people I don't even had contact with for years that are asking me to put them on some list, and you're like, man, we haven't been talking for ages. What do you want? Like, you think you're just gonna come to me and just like ask for that? That's not gonna work. How is it for you?
yeah. So me, it's absolutely fine if you ask me for a guest list. So if you wanna, like, if you're a friend of mine, like a friend that I really know, and not someone that I just randomly met on the dance floor 2 times, you know. But I mean, like, you can always ask me, and I can say yes or no if I have a guest list. But as I already said, it's like if I know when I'm working and I'm mostly going out with my very close friends, the guest list spot is already gone.
But that's what the guest list is for.
Yeah, and I love to hang out with my friends in my favorite club, you know. So and spending the most amazing times there. So yeah, and we're gonna talk about those times also when we're gonna age. We're gonna age together, you know. And in 30 years, we speak about those wonderful nights that we had.
We're very lucky to spend these beautiful years here all together and to have these precious clubs, these precious nights on the dance floor. It's really something special. Like when I was putting the concept together, I thought about, okay, why am I really doing this? And it's one of the reasons was, okay, I want to give the feeling back to the people or like to the scene that I had. Okay, like that feeling of when I was watching these documentaries about the start of the scene in Detroit with Berlin in the 90s, like early 90s after the wall fell down, like a good fell down, whatever. And like this must have been like great time of the culture, but like what we're living right now, it's crazy as well. Like it's more like it's huge. First of all, like we talked about festivals, etc. a little earlier. Like this took on this commercial and mainstream dimension, but like everything's still happening. Like in the let's keep it on calling it on the ground scene. Like we're lucky to be here today.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also a documentary I can recommend. It's called Techno House Deutschland, I think.
I loved it.
Have you watched it?
I did.
So nice, so nice. Like also the flow of the documentary. Like it's not about the Berlin scene, but it's also like in I think it's in Jena and in Leipzig distillery and so on. uh, yeah, where they talk about the revolution, and where also some artists like Alan Oldham is also speaking in this, talking about the times with Jeff Mills and Trésor, for example. Oops. um, you know, like I love this documentary, and I would recommend it to everyone to watch it. I hope it's still online.
It is. I think it's on the website. We're gonna put a link in the description. Like it's really like it's pure gold. Like especially if you want to learn a little bit about that culture, where it's from, and just as you explained, like to have like different opinions and not the only ones that are coming from Berlin, and to listen always over and over about the same things, but more like the small cities. You also have, like, I don't remember, like Frankfurt, and somewhere in Sachsen, like in Eastern Germany, like you have different clubs. It was really, really cool, like also to learn, like from to say small clubs is not very true, because like the important institution in the whole scene, but maybe not as known as the one we have nowadays. This is something that we gotta make an archive about. This is what we're doing here, basically. Is like to invite, like to have all the people, all the different actors of the scene, and to have them here and to talk about this, like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, and share their views and their experiences.
And sharing opinions, building a discussion, like not necessarily having a debate or an argument or whatever, but just like to share different visions on what's happening right now in the club culture, especially after Corona, with what we said before, with the festival, everything getting bigger, everything getting more expensive, climate change. Like there's so many different subjects that we can talk about.
Yeah. Like the economic situation, that it's like, it's also a big thing that
it's fucked up.
I mean, this is also influencing the scene and the nightlife, right?
Just look at the entrances, like the entrance fee of the clubs. Like they had to follow, unfortunately. Like I don't think that they necessarily, especially not in Berlin, that they wanted to go on high entry fees. But everything became more expensive. Like literally, just like look at electricity or gas or the drinks inflation. And when I first moved to Berlin, the entrance was like literally 10 euros less.
I remember. Even
more.
Even less.
Or under 10 euros.
Yeah. So I remember my first time in the big club there. I think it was it 10 euros? I think so. Was super, like, yeah.
That's the price of a doner nowadays. This is absurd.
True.
It's literally the double. Guys, ey, make the doner great again, wirklich.
Oh, I love doner. This is one of my guilty pleasures. I'm eating 1 or 2 doners every week.
Yeah? 2 doners a week?
Yeah.
Solid performance.
And I have a good one.
Solid performance. After each shot, like 1 meal or 2 donuts?
No, that would be a bit too much. No, but
depends what you do before. Depends what you do before. Before going to eat the donut.
What I'm doing before eating the donut. Sorry. Lange Leitung und so. No, but I love donut.
Yeah. What's the best address in Berlin?
My one, because I live at Osloer Straße.
And
Hakiki.
I
always go to Hakiki.
Hakiki, okay.
We're gonna link it.
Okay. Hakiki, you're doing a good job. Okay, we're gonna try this out.
Well, it's not far from where I live, so I can walk there in 2 minutes, and it's a good one.
Do you have a good relationship with your donerman?
Yeah. He already knows that I want to have it on top. What sauce do I always have? Kräuter, like herbs, and scharf, like
Kräuter scharf, classic.
The classic.
So you don't have to. That's respect. But once he goes, "Oh, Bruder," that's the mark of like, okay, you're integrated.
But the like, I don't like what's it called, like Knoblauch. What's the name of Knoblauch again? Garlic. Yeah, garlic. Sorry, I don't like these garlic sauces because it's way too, like the taste of garlic, especially in the sauces. It's like way much over the top, so you don't taste anything else. No. But yeah, the relationship to my Döner guy, he already knows that I want to have like the on top Kreuzersoße.
So you have the.
I don't need to say it anymore. He's like,
He
I know.
knows. He knows. He knows. Yeah, you win like at least 10 seconds on your order.
Yeah, yeah. No, but this is how you build relationships with people that you see often, like workers. Huh? It's the same like how you also can build up relationships with club workers, right? That's how I, for example, came in this scene, like that I made like friends with someone who's also worked for one of those techno clubs I'm working for now, and yeah, I just talked to her and we had a super nice conversation, and she remembered me. It's kind of the same like with the Dönermann, right? So yeah,
Just be nice to people.
always, always, always say hello and say thank you. This is the easiest. The easiest. That's the bare minimum. Say hi, thank you, and goodbye. of
It's
course.
already a good start. It's a huge start already when I see. Yeah, just like you go to a shop. Let's call it. You go to the dinner place and you don't say hello.
Nah.
You're gonna. Yeah, you don't
Nee.
deserve your meal.
This kills my mood. Actually, this really kills my mood. If like when you're shy, I get it.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but you can feel it already. Like if someone is shy, you can feel it by the gestures, by like how the people is
Attitude, body
yeah,
language.
yeah. But I mean, some have this attitude, like especially also at the coat check. Sometimes it's fine. They're like give you the bag and then they just leave, and then I'm like. Not even a hello, not even a thank you, not even a goodbye. I always say like, "Hey, enjoy your time, have a wonderful time."
You know
and
both
so on.
sides.
Mhm. Yeah, but this kills my mood sometimes. Where I think, why? It's the easiest.
What do you think is the secret to make a safe place like this so safe?
Hmm?
What is the secret or the recipe?
I think that would be a bouncer question. So for me, what makes it safe for them is that we or I cannot speak for my colleagues, but I always say them, if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel that there something is happening without your consent, let us know. Yeah, so that we give everyone the feeling to feel safe. Yeah, and be who they are and live who they wanna be. Yeah.
And enjoy it.
Yeah.
No,
But also the bouncers are like playing a really really huge part in the selection, and already like feeling like I always say they have a sixth sense. Fifth? How many senses do we have?
sixth.
Six.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this special feeling where you know, like, hey, something could be wrong if this person is.
That's good. Like
joining
we
the club.
underestimate the responsibility the bouncers have in
Yeah,
general.
it's not just yes or no. It's way more than that.
And it's nothing personal as well. Like people tend to just like, hey, if you got rejected, it's just like nothing against you. Just like go home. It was not for you that night. Accept it.
Mm.
And it's
Maybe you're not contributing with
to
like,
that night.
yeah.
Because you don't know what's happening inside. They do. And it's
Yeah.
for your good at the end. Like they want you to have a good evening and they want the other guests inside
Yeah.
to have a good evening as well.
Mm.
If it's not working, whatever. We're talking about the majority of the time now. Like
Mm.
there's always exceptions in both ways, but I think like the Berliner scene is doing really a great job about the entrances of the clubs.
Yeah, I had a bad experience. I'm not going to name the club, but it was 2 weeks ago. A friend of mine from London was here, and he was playing a closing in a club here. And I went to bed very early the night before he played.
So on a
So I
weekend,
woke-
Saturday
was
to Sunday, or Friday.
Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. No, it was Friday. No, wait, what was it? I don't know yet.
Doesn't
I think it was a Friday. Yes, I went to bed early on that Friday and woke up very, very early Saturday morning. So he said, "Hey, I'm gonna put you on my guest list, and then we can see each other," because he lives in London and he was playing here a closing set. And then I was like, "All right, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it, but if I do, I will come." Apparently, I woke up early And I decided, you know what? What should I do early this morning? Just have breakfast and chill? No, let's dance. You know, I just wanted to dance. I wanted to have a good time. So I took a shower, took the U-Bahn to that club, and I arrived at the door, and the bouncer opened the door, and I was like, "Hey, I'm on the guest list of," and so on. And I was like, "No, no, we're gonna close in 10 minutes." And I was like, "Nah, no, you're not." And then he said, "Yeah, we're gonna close in 10 minutes." I was like, "Really?"
What time was it?
Not even 7 or 7 something. No, no, no. I know that this party is not finishing at that time. And I was like, "Hey, but I'm on the guest list of my friend who's playing the closing right now." And he said, "Yeah, but we're going to close this club soon." And then he was asking his colleague. And he was like, "Yeah, should we let him in?" And then the colleague was so rude to me. I haven't experienced that for a long, long time in Berlin at any door. But I was also thinking, or I talked with friends about it. So, like, after he was rude, I was like, "Wow, what a good start in the morning." So I turned around and left. But I also talked with friends about it, and I was like, "Hey, this and this happened to me," and they advised me to reach out to the club. Should I do it? Yes, no, I'm not sure. I haven't done it yet, so I have not reached.
Would you feel like it? Would that be the solution? I think it's fair, because like if you're just factual and like you don't hate or like don't say anything bad, just like, hey, you explain the situation. Hey, my friend was playing. I was going to visit him. This is what happened, and
maybe someone would talk to him then, right? Or
but it's just like it's also a good thing for the club as well to have a better service, because like this is bad publicity for them. And I mean, like we both understand that bouncer, like especially people working in nightlife, have long and difficult hours of work. I mean, you know it better as me, like better than me, since you're working in the nightlife as well. And then like it's even like in the late hours, you just want to go home. But this does not allow you to treat people, especially if these people are coming as customers. And I guess that's like shit. If that customer has a bad attitude, fair.
Yeah, so
but that was not the case.
When I turned around and wanted to go home, I texted my friend and was like, "Hey, you know what? This and this happened to me." I was like, "Yeah, but why didn't you call me?" Of course, I'm not going to call him when he's playing right now to pick me up from the door. So I was like, "No, no, 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 no. You're working right now. So DJing is your job. So you don't have to pick me up at the door." But I told him that this situation happened to me. I don't know if he actually talked to the club then, because after he finished, and by the way, he finished 1.5 hours later. I don't know if he
But
did.
not 10 minutes.
Not in 10 minutes.
There you go.
Crazy. Yeah. That was not a nice experience, but yeah. No, so far I never had like super bad experiences. I don't think so, no. Well, maybe I forgot them in all the years partying here in this city.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We've all been standing for hours in queue and
Oh, yeah.
spending time meeting people and also experiencing different things. Like, it's also very nice when you go to new places and you experience different people, different types of doors, different policies, different public as well. What was do you have any good or bad experiences you want to talk about? Doesn't matter if it's Berlin or other cities. You were talking about ADE before.
Yeah.
What other experiences do you have in clubs? Hey, this is what he's talking about.
Yeah, so what I experienced, like partying in different countries, is that here, like everyone is talking about this nightlife and how crazy the Berlin nightlife is. And it is really. And like, for example, when I was at ADE, like it's so different. It's so huge, except for one of the clubs that is just opening for a year. I heard that they're gonna close it again.
They're gonna close again.
I want to go again because that club was amazing. But I mean, all those big locations during ADE, it was not like the music was amazing. Was really, really good. The artists I saw playing there, they delivered, right? But I mean, the vibe was different. It was more like it was way too big room, I think. You know?
It's not even big room. It's huge. When
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
scenes like the gas powder and these kind of floors, like
Yeah, this is something I never visited, so I've never been there.
yeah.
The location looks amazing,
Oh
right? When you
yes.
see that in those videos of those big artists, and when they do like New Year's with the fireworks and
It's
so on,
impressive.
it's very impressive. But I would love to see that. So I went to Printworks once in London. That was also something different. That was not like it's so huge. Like the venue itself is so huge. Like when you enter it, you have to queue for a while, and then you have to queue for the lockers.
You have
Yeah, because they have
lockers?
lockers. Yeah,
Okay,
also in
okay.
the Netherlands, you have lockers. You don't have like
Code
at some.
check.
Yeah, you
Uh-huh.
don't have it. I would lose my job. So don't ever think about
But
that.
lockers in Berlin,
No,
okay.
no, please, no guest list for you. No, but I mean, yeah. So you're queuing for a locker, and then you walk like again. I don't know, 5 minutes to come to the actual place. 5 is way too much, but I mean, it's so way too huge, and it doesn't give you like a proper vibe, in my opinion. But maybe it was the party
Interesting.
I attended. Mm.
Interesting.
Oh.
And how is the difference of the atmosphere inside? Because when I think about Printworks or all these festivals, doesn't matter if it's like ADE or
Yeah.
Gesauder or all these huge big room festivals. One of the big things I see immediately is the phones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have a light show,
Yeah.
and then you have a phone light show.
Yes. Yeah. Of course, there are some individuals that are enjoying just the time, like being in the moment. But what I experienced, for especially at Printworks, I was there where acts were playing, which are very famous for their visuals. So everyone was capturing all the moments just with their phones. So they haven't seen what's happening around them. They just experienced their
Through the
night
phone.
through a screen, mostly, right? So, and this is what you don't have like here in these clubs. So the clubs where I go, it's a no photo policy. But in other cities, they don't usually like use those stickers for
But
your phones.
yeah, that's a thing. Like for those who don't know and follow us in Berlin, we mostly get a sticker on the camera or on the cameras for all the big smartphones we have nowadays. And this is actually something very good. I think we do
Yeah,
share this
absolutely.
opinion as well. So you're really focusing on the moment, or if you just want to text your friends or like, hey, where are you, or whatever, if you lose them.
Yeah.
But you mostly use your phone for nothing. Literally, you could live at home, like in the best way.
Yeah, yeah. So I always use my phone with my friends when we're partying together. You know, I'm always the one who's talking a lot, right? So I'm standing at the bar, talking a lot. My friends are dancing, and when we want to meet each other on the dance floor again, they're already gone and order something on the bar where
But
I've
they
been
know where
before.
you are.
They know where I am. That's true, but we always connect with
Per
each other
phone,
via
sure.
phone. Yes, that's what we're doing. But yeah, talking about the stickers, yeah, I really like that we are doing this, and I think it's very important to keep the privacy of everyone. Like, yeah, so stick to stickers.
I agree. And really about the whole privacy thing, I don't think it's even about the drugs or whatever, but it's more about like, hey, just like forget what you're like the rest of the world and of your life, like for that time, because clubs are supposed to be, or they are a kind of parallel dimension for these hours or a few days if you want to go hard. But this is huge what we're living in, to come back on what we said before, and this is something we're going to protect at every price, and not to go into this, okay, let's stick to our phones, and like there's so many memes online right now about all that. Doesn't matter if it's like Berlin Club memes or all these pages, and I mean they think that they do it on a very smart way, even if it's very sarcastic. Like they really put the finger where the things are wrong, and they do a good job, really.
Yeah, like like taking pictures in bathroom stalls is a thing.
Are you talking about her?
No, 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 no.
No,
I
the
mean,
we-
like in the restrooms, you know, like there's also
Oh,
what I
big thing.
discovered.
Big thing.
It's a big thing. Yeah, there's a private Instagram page. I'm not gonna name it, of course, but they always take pictures. Like they share pictures of people who were taking pictures in the bathroom of this one club.
That's really a
And it's like,
reflection.
and it's people that I see there every weekend, and they
course.
know about the policy,
course.
right? So everyone knows about the policy. I'm like, why?
There's one rule, one fucking rule.
Yeah, there's some more. There's some more rules. So rule number 1, no photos. Rule number 2, no GHB. And rule number 3, oh, there are even more. Wait. Number 3, no open drug consuming. Right? Not like when you're standing on the dance floor and you do a bump of ketamine from your back on the dance floor. Don't ever do that. Do it privately in one of the stalls. Another rule is first ask, then touch. Like always ask for consent. Very, very big thing. Very, very important. And please, like always, like be nice to each other. Always, always, always.
That should be the number 1, I think. That should be the number
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like, to be nice.
Yeah, the best for last. That's why I mentioned.
Fair. Great. No, it's good. It's a good reminder. It's a good reminder. I think we're gonna put them in the description. This is something everyone should be really aware of, and to read them before going out, before every party. This is super important.
No. True.
What is the most important rule for you? Like, or I don't think there is one that's more important. Like, which one vibrates the more when you think about them? Like when you read them.
I wouldn't rank them.
No.
Like I mean, you know, there's like all of them have the same importance for me.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do agree.
Really, like all of them have the same importance for me. So I would not rank anything and would say like, hey, I put this on top 1 and top 2 and top 3. All of them are important on the same level. Yeah,
I agree.
that's what I would say.
Basti, thanks a lot for coming today. It was lovely to have you at the studio.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you so much for this wonderful, lovely day. That was literally one of my favorite days already in 2023. So thank you so much. I can't wait to come back. Thank you for your artwork on my skin. I already have 5 of your artworks on my skin, and there will be definitely a lot more to come in the future.
I would love to have you again at the studio. Take care and see you soon.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm done here, so bye. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, like all the YouTubers say, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'm done.